It's been just over 24 hours since President Donald Trump sent out his now infamous tweet, banning transgender soldiers from the military. His short, yet direct message seemed to be the final straw for liberals who have gone into full meltdown mode since the second they read it. Everyone on the left started screaming about equality and what's fair while seemingly suffering an adult-sized temper tantrum. They ignored the very important reasons the president felt he needed to reverse his predecessor's politically correct decision that compromised the lethality of the most powerful military in the world. This isn't an attack on a group of people or Trump just wanting to stick it to his detractors and flex his presidential muscles. It's much bigger than. If anyone understands just how important Trump's ban is and how destructive Barack Obama's original idea was to allow transgenders in the military, it's Senior Airman Brian Kolfage Jr. Kolfage is the most severely wounded U.S. airman. He lost both legs and one arm on his second deployment for Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2004 while at Balad Air Base where a 107mm rocket shell exploded about 3 feet from him. We've heard our fair share of complaints and lame excuses from the crybaby liberals in the last few hours since Trump's sudden policy change. This move has nothing to do with someone's sexual preference. Despite this ignorant claim, Kolfage has finally heard enough and had something of his own to say that's sending liberals running to the closest safe space. Here's what everyone needs to hear right now from a person who knows more about the military and sacrifice than every upset liberal. From Senior Airman Brian Kolfage's Facebook page, I couldn't care less about someone's sexual preference. But when it comes to the military there shouldn't be anyone who has any emotional baggage. Lives are at risk when we are at war, and by legalizing transgender soldiers to openly take part we are opening the door for all sorts of transformative surgeries which require massive amounts of hormone therapy. Note, it's called hormone therapy, that are proven to cause mental and emotional stress. To have a successful military we cannot have a social political experiment forced on the majority of our war fighters. It's not about the transgender aspect, it's about opening the door for a concoction of mental stresses that should not be mixed with war. When you are in war you don't want the guy/girl next to you experiencing any type of crisis or emotional baggage. Those small factors can get you killed. Take anyone who is stressed out, put them in a life-threatening situation and it's a recipe for disaster. You need to be cool, calm, collected and not under any influence of mood-altering drugs or having any self-issues. There's no faking it in war, and if your emotions are not on point you will get killed or even worse, get others killed. It's not a video game. You don't want the guy next to you in a foxhole having an identity crisis doped up on hormones making irrational decisions. I'm not saying someone who is transgender is not able to perform their duties, I'm saying opening the door legally is a Pandora's box for all kinds of special privileges that go against a team's unity which will weaken that warfighter bond. This is probably one of those aspects where don't ask don't tell should be applied, but openly allowing it would force the military's hand to provide care that will weaken our military and potentially cause others to get killed. By allowing it, you'd open the revolving door for people joining just to get a sex reassignment surgery for free. Think about that. The costs could be astronomical and attract the wrong type of people to fight wars. We want to be attracting people who join for the reasons of protecting our nation and making it better, not those looking for handouts on free sex assignment surgeries. That's my 2 cents. Kolfage knows what he's talking about considering that after he was hit by the enemy's explosive and lay screaming for help and clinging for life, he needed a fellow warrior to rescue him, and one did. He didn't need someone who would devolve into emotional distress in this high-intensity situation which could have cost him his life. If anyone wants to challenge that fact, they're welcome to sign up to fight and be assigned to a soldier who is currently undergoing hormone therapy as their only backup.